Come on, let's go on an adventure. Come on, let's go on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure.
Alright, Rogue Trader. This is going to be a long one, and I already recorded this once, but unfortunately I did not turn on my mic. So we're going to start it. Let's go into the main story. Take up the mantle of the Rogue Trader, the scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over their trade protect. Okay, we're going to learn this when we play it. Definitely playing in story mode because I don't want it to be hard. Got a problem? Too bad. Hecata, Darius, or Bondor. Nope, we're doing
Fit
custom
for the Von
character.
Valancius annals.
Oh, wrong way. Okay. Look, it's me. Just kidding. Well, I'm not gonna play as that. I do like his mustache, though, I'm gonna say. But, no, I'm gonna be this guy who I chose last time, at least. You can do a custom one, but I do not really know how to do it. Okay. Not that. Yeah. Like the first base, so I could go that guy. But I'm not going to. Okay. Air. Oh yeah. No, not happening. Gonna do that. You want to choose the eyebrows. I like that. Oh, what? Did that? Oh. Go. Hair color. Dark hair, eyebrows. Eyebrows in her. Yeah, I like those ones. Oh, can I choose them? There you go. Eyebrows, same color as his hair, hopefully. We're gonna do this beard. Heck y'all. Gotta have the beard color. Oh. Scars, none. I was wondering, or not none, maybe. Let's see. Heck yeah, I like that scar. Tattoos. Go to the next one. Don't really want one on my face. Go to the next one. Alright. Alright, got that one. Did I not do the one before? Yeah, I did. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's why. Okay. Tattoo color, you do different colors? That's weird. They look the exact same. Oh, for one arm? Let me see. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the blue, actually. Oh my gosh, I keep messing up on stuff. I like the blue. Heck yeah, it looks way cooler. Okay, augments. I don't want any.
Something
Don't
of
want
interest.
any.
The best defense is a good offense. Blood and mayhem shall be our anthem. I will delight my masters with your success is the only outcome I accept.
Yeah, I like that one. So I did this last night. So Death World's basically like everything wants to kill you. Voidborn, you're born in the belly of a Voidborn ship. Hive World are terrible places. Void World, Imperial World, and all that. Oh yeah, Imperial World is humanity's finest. You don't get any like negatives for that. But I'm gonna do Hive World because I want strength in number and fellowship. Okay. So the Astra Militarum Commander, Astra Militarum commonly known as the Imperial Guard, is the primary fighting force for the Imperium and the first line of defense from the myriad of threats. And I'm just gonna let you guys know I'm going with the Sanctioned Psyker. That's just what it is. Heck yeah, look at me, I'm cool. Okay, we're gonna go with Pyromancer. And this one, you single-handedly saved a pilgrim ship by stopping a warp breach while traveling through the Immaterium, because you get +5 persuasion. Grim Potence. This is the one that sucks. So I'm gonna do Shadow Torment. An error during the sanctioning process brought you many hours of agony, which nearly cost you your life. And in archetypes, we are going to be an officer, willpower and fellowship, extra turns, or focus extra turns, single target buffs, rescuing allies, melee, movement, armor, parry, taunt, soaking damage, precise single attacks, penetration, area divas consist of soldier, movement and ranged attacks, cover and dodge, burst fire. Maybe it should be this actually. I don't know. Blade dancer, melee, swords. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Would still be a master tactician. That's a hard one. Now I get to use up. No, I'm gonna be an officer. Okay. I do fellowship as much as we can. Willpower because we're a psyker. And do 1 in weapon skill. 1 in intelligence, I think should be good. Okay. Sword class freighter. We're gonna rename it though. Actually, the Starfall. Fly. Sword class frigate is a classic void ship design proved in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable survivability. Estimated dimensions 1.6 kilometer in length, 0.3 abeam. Okay, I'm not gonna read all that. It's a big ship. You can see it. See it? It's got a castle on it. It's a big ass ship. We are gonna rename our name. Edit. Okay. And let's go. Oh, I gotta hold it. Skull person. yeah, look at those guys flying around with their little skulls. They all used to be humans. Oh, Valancius.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Truly an awe-inspiring sight.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity.
You don't sound happy about that.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora Von Valancius, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Voigtveer bows his head and focuses his attention. So, cool thing about this game is if you don't know something, like Rogue Trader, you can press, for me it's Y because I'm playing on controller, and you can see what it means. A subject of the Imperium with a unique hereditary title. Rogue Trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting the still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. Okay, so, and as for the person he's talking about, what do you say, God of mankind or whatever, that dude is the Emperor. He died during, well, not died, he's not dead, during the Horus Heresy, and he is not that, but people made him that after he got hurt and got sealed away in his throne. So he's just a person. But yeah. My name is Azrael, and so to avoid any misunderstanding, I am a sanctioned psyker.
I am aware of that fact. It would have been unacceptable negligence to have overlooked such a detail when compiling your profile. Fate bestowed upon you powers of witchcraft, and a duty to use them for the good of the Imperium. Yours is truly an unenviable lot. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora Von Valancius, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
A curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House Von Valancius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
So it means he's shady. That's what it means. He could have just said that he's shady. Lord Captain, a strange title for the Lady Theodora.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis, at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service, and therefore, it is sacrosanct.
Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium, but from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible.
So basically, the Imperium is all of where mankind is. At this point in this fake universe, we have spread across the galaxy. So every planet that we are on is the Imperium of mankind. Tell me about the one on whose ship I found myself.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain
Tell me
behind her
about
back.
Mama.
Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than
Basically
I
what
that
she is, I
whispers
guess.
are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
So basically, the Warden of Trade is the thing that the Emperor of Mankind signed so that rogue traders could pretty much do whatever they want. Tim, one of the rogue traders' heirs, so there is another candidate.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthad von Valancius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Van Valancius. Alright, let's
Keep
go.
your wits about you.
Follow Goonrad. Alright. I'll tell you what these are, because I know what they are already. They're just things that you can look at and tells you, like, a massive conference table, obviously crafted from real wood, a resource of incredible value. Sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Oh, my bad, guys. Sorry. Kind of messing with everything. Technomat, crew officer, noble guest. How long do we have to wait for an audience? How many days has it been? Okay. Man's will strengthen. Okay, I'm not trying to see. There we go. A candidate altar with a copy of the 2,340th volume of Lex, Imperius Codex and Sacred Laws of the
I always have a
Imperium.
backup plan.
I always have a backup plan. No, I don't. I got no plans.
One of the Von Valancius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take
That's
a
a
look
Lehman
around
Russ tank,
after your audience
named
with
after the
Lord
Primarch,
Captain.
Lehman Russ. Some people are not going to know what a Primarch is. It's
What's happening?
it's too much to explain right now. Oh, those guys got their butts
The
kicked.
servitors have gone berserk!
They're using the best weapon in the game, the last cannon.
mercy to those who oppose Von Valancius!
Yeah, let's start this. Yeah, shoot him. Okay. Okay. Well, that's not good. Joint analysis. Well, we're gonna use our buddy here.
It's as good as done.
Catch him on fire. Now I can't use anything else. So I'm gonna go. Oh. Yeah, whatever. Fine.
Die!
Yeah, nice. And you missed, dude. Oh, but he died from warp burn.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
All right. Here comes the troops. Spread out. No one is allowed to enter the premises. Station.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Yep. I'm gonna go look at all the cool stuff. Not that stuff. You can open your map.
Always keep your eye on the
no.
prize.
The wires in the servitor's head are still smoldering. It would seem the cause of this malfunction was the short-circuiting of the motive force. Tarantula sentry gun constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicus, using a standard template construction in the manufactorums of Kiba Gamma. Lehman Russ battle tank reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor, the first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Vortez Shunton. A violet alloy, which upon closer examination turns out to be a handcrafted object. Symbols carved with a primitive tool are visible on the surface. Oh, wrong one. Massive golden and oh my gosh. Amalgam interspersed with sparkling patterns. Black shard resembling obsidian. If you look closer, you can discern a strange. Oh my gosh, wrong one. Strange, barely perceptible glow inside the artifact.
Rise to the top, or get left in the
stone
dust.
on the pedestal is no doubt solid, but the surface shimmers and changes hue as if. Oh my gosh, stop doing that! As if someone had captured a piece of turbulent sea within the rock. A strange object that resembles sea coral. The porous surface is pitted, a sign that it has been underwater. Very green crystal with white veins. A low hum can be heard coming from the artifact. And another servitor. The crew member is hard at work. Okay, the exhibit is unfinished. Another symbol of House Von Valancius Valor. Okay, whatever. Let's go. Oh. Okay. Heck yeah, the Grand Void Ship Temple occupies the entire space below the officer's deck, lit by countless candles and lumens. It's huge. That's how huge this ship is.
Is there money to be made?
That looks like that. That's how big this ship is. I mean, look at this. Lists carrying people around the decks move with loud grinding noises. The ship is huge. Like a whole city on a ship. Oh, can I look at some here? No, that's a. Nope. Oh, never mind. It's just gonna pull me in. I'm getting pulled in.
That
Yeah.
is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Survey the room. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Ethelthraed, Theodora Von Valancius' features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Ethelthraed. Behind the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider
Answer to
this
what?
hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
So I have two choices that are already succeeded. If I want to do a lore choice, chance is 100% for these two. But, okay, those spirits could well be natives named for dangerous aliens. I could first verify if that is in case of population, or ways to confirm whether or not. Okay, no. These reports certainly sound like it was heresy, but I'll do what I want. I like this one. I believe I could use my personal abilities to ascertain whether there was that on Evidence 6, but it would require going down to the surface in person. Yeah, let's do it in person.
Ah, yes. Personal intervention. The surest way to leave yourself vulnerable. What say you, Ethelthraed? Your brother in sorcery is not afraid to face danger. Unlike you.
What does that mean? A mechanical, electronic, cybernetic substitute for biological limbs or organs. Okay.
A psyker's soul is a yawning gate for the ruinous powers. One could hardly trust a servant of the Imperium who is so eager to usher in corruption.
I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do, Ethelthraed. We're both servants of the Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become any one of our status to engage in petty feuds? I find your tone most disagreeable, Ethelthraed. You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will live to regret the consequences. Shut your mouth, Ethelthraed, before I decide to shut it for you. We're gonna go with this one.
Even among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely...
Ethelthraed, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Ethelthraed bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look.
So, why are you here?
Was it not you who sent for me? There are questions I wish to have answered. I do not know just yet. I hope you will clarify that. That one.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity.
So rogue traders, they go off in like the different expanses of the universe, but here's the problem: there's so many enemies in the Imperium that like they could go to a planet and that planet could be full of Tyranids, which would just kill them, or they could be full of, you know, the Tau or the oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the name of the elves? I forget their name, but the oh my gosh, I can't remember the name. But there's tons of different enemies that they could just show up on a planet and die from going there because they didn't know something was there. Could be a tomb world, could be, who knows.
My name is Theodora Von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
So I don't know how much the Emperor is going to take place in this, because this definitely probably takes place after the Horus Heresy. But basically the Emperor is what they call perpetual, so no matter how many times he dies, he comes back. He got an injury that he's basically like a husk of what he was, and he's in a golden throne that he can't ever come out of for the last, like, I'm guessing 10,000 years at this point, because I'm gonna guess that's where this takes place, because that's where most of 40k takes place, is like 10,000 years after the Horus Heresy. But yeah, I don't know super a lot about it. I'm learning. So like, if you guys ever want to know really what's going on with these games and like what all this means, you can either look up 40k Lorecast, which is one of the podcasts I listen to, or Adeptus Ridiculous. Both great podcasts, both great ways to learn the lore. I'm sure there's more than that, but those are the two that I usually listen to.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
That seems like a lot. It's all too sudden for me.
Perhaps. Yesterday you were just another servant of the Imperium, one of the faceless multitudes. Today, visitors in the Von Valancius colors come to you without any explanation and escort you to a vessel that departs for the far-off Coronis expanse. But such is the nature of my position. My claim on you is sacred and non-negotiable. I require all those who possess even a drop of the Von Valancius blood, no matter who they may be. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
One of, does that mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
If you're satisfied with Ethelthrad, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me?
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Ethelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. It says in your profile that you bear the brand of sorcery. Albeit sanctioned sorcery that is permitted in the service of the Imperium. I am accustomed to the presence of psychers at my side. More than that, I value their unique abilities highly. Perhaps that is why I am so intrigued by Ethelthrad's candidacy. A rogue trader psyker could achieve great things indeed. However,
also a psyker.
psychers are fragile creatures.
Okay,
And as
say that
such,
to my
I
face.
would rather have a replacement standing ready in the event that something happens to Ethelthrad. Moreover, even changing your family name will not rid you of the fame you previously garnered. I hope it will also help you bring glory to the Von Valancius dynasty, to which you now belong.
What fame? Your illustrious glory made you famous far beyond the bounds of your home system. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Navigator, translation, what are these things that you speak of?
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
Yeah, if you don't have a Geller field and you go into the warp, you may meet Grandpa Nurgle. And like I said, if you want to know more about all these things that I'm not going to explain because I'm not the person to explain it, then go ahead and listen to, again, 40K Lorecast or Adeptus Ridiculous. An incident took place on the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Yeah, at this point in the universe, I'm guessing they don't really upgrade technology. They just make it work. The Adeptus Mechanicus believes in the machine god, which basically they just, the machines are, yeah, it's a weird thing.
The Rycad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House Von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Hopefully.
I set the course for Rycad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Alright, what's coming from the box? Oh no, we're under attack! Heretics.
I'll make an example out of you.
All of you will bleed! Don't touch me.
Wow.
Tried and
Okay,
tested
she ran
tactics
away.
are the best ones.
Yeah.
One fewer target. Break them around. Death to the heretics!
I am your doom.
Chaos
I
guides
am your
me.
doom. Really, dude? That wasn't very nice. What happens now? This is what happens
Who
now.
if not?
Goodbye. There's not really much I can do now. Ow!
Death to the weak!
Stop trying to shoot me. Shoot the other guys. Okay, literally they're all trying to shoot me.
Just a minor setback.
Oh my gosh.
Reduced to dust! I took care of this one. My faith strengthens me. For the glory of the Imperium!
Alright, how do you feel about having a little
On it.
fire? Goodbye. I melted you. There more? Oh yeah, there's still one more. And
Look out.
one now. Oh, that one's dead now.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Yeah, you tell him.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
She looks at the box in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless static. What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Gotcha. Let's go. What is this?
Let us not dawdle.
Let us not talk. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, you know what? We'll save this for next time. Next time. Oh, no, shouldn't have done that. Next time, we will find whatever his name was.